God grant us the serenity to accept the things. God grant us the ability. You hear, it always happens. You know, I say this prayer 10, 15 times a day. It all depends on if I got other stuff going on which I was not focused on. So we'll try that again. God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. We don't get worried about when we make mistakes because we are human and we are bringing you our journey. So if we make a mistake, it's no problem. We all make mistakes. Anyone that thinks they don't has a big surprise coming their way sooner or later. And you know, what we're doing right now is we're seeking, finding, and sharing serenity with you. We have just done over 2 hours of a comprehensive 4K resolution in one of our hidden beaches and treasures areas. Not here, obviously, because we've done this before. But we want to find a spot to broadcast live from with a good signal in this area. And this is probably the only spot. I'm on top of a big rock here. I cannot move. But just the scenery around here is so riveting that hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully it's bringing a little bit of peace and relaxation to your evening. Unfortunately, sunny angle it's stopping us from seeing on the coastline. But we want to draw reference to where we are. Right there in the distance, the first beach you're seeing, that is Bottom Bay. So when you hear what people talking about Bottom Bay, Bottom Bay, Bottom Bay, that's Bottom Bay from this angle. We're actually on the pinnacle that is out, separates Palmetto Bay and Bottom Bay, that being Bottom Bay in that area. Beyond that, you can see the old ruins of Harry Smith House, and then St. Lawrence Castle way in the distance. And then if you work your way around here, you're actually going to be seeing the Palmetto Bay. We've carried a 4K comprehensive resolution of this beach and also all of the cliff area. We didn't come out here. We actually started on top of the cliff and worked our way in that direction and came down there. This is the first time we actually broadcasted from this point. But we were looking for somewhere to get in contact with you and just let you know that we will not be carrying a Q preview today. Q tomorrow will be at Pelican Island, aka Pelican Village, originally known as Pelican Village. However, because of the Pelican Village, the format cannot change. There's one dance floor, the one set of shops already built there, the area where you put all the vendors and stuff and outside with the tents, that has to be remaining the same. The parking is the same. Everything is the same at Pelican Island. So rather than go to Pelican Island, we put our concentration to continuing Jeanette's pet project, which is the hidden beaches and treasures of Barbados. Bring you places that are quite mind-blowing, that you cannot see normally because of a lack of signal or no signal at all. So this is Palmetto Bay, as you all have seen in our in-depth video. If you have not seen it on YouTube, please put in Palmetto Bay in your search engine, and you will also see the in-depth details coming down the steps, going up the steps on the beach under here, and the little broken away private concealed section that's up behind here, behind the other side, and also from the cliffs as well. So that is up there for you to see in 4K. But what we're bringing here for is to see this beautiful, beautiful ocean and these colors and this tropical sky and the beautiful scenery around here. So we're bringing you some serenity today. I don't know what kind of day you're having. It's midweek. Sometimes it's a very challenging time. Other times it's a great day. People just are happy and rejoice to see middle week. We are rejoicing that every single day, as we wrote this morning in our writings. We don't wait until weekend to have a good time, or we don't wait till we get to midweek. Of course, the rest of the week, every day we wake up, we live the same way, and that's striving to be the best versions of ourselves. All right, so just between here and actual Bottom Bay, there is a little bay here. It is a seasonal beach. You really can't get down to it. You have to be a mountain goat to get down to it. If you want to climb down to it, it's just because you want to touch the sand down there. But many times a year, there's no sand. But there is a section in here with a reef, inside reef, that holds the sand on the inside of it. That stops it from going out majority of the year. However, it is seasonal, and because we've had a lot of southeast swells that are being very big, that sand is gone. So there's really only rocks below there. That's why we're not even starting in that section. And again, we're starting right here because we know the signal coming across from here is usually fairly good. And we just made a call from here to my wife to let her know, hello, how are you going, and checking with her and let her know everything is good and dandy. Because when I'm doing walks in isolated and secluded areas or far away from anyone, I always let her know where I will be, exactly where I'll be, and the approximate duration before I get back to her. Because if anything happens to me, and that doesn't mean someone will sneak up and ambush me, it means that I can fall and hurt myself, or I can in the area not have a signal and maybe twist my ankle or anything like that, anything of that nature, and no one would know where I am because we're not doing live, so no one knows where we are. So before I and I advise, anytime you're going hiking or doing anything in Barbados or anywhere and you're doing it by yourself, let someone know what you'll be doing and where you'll be going at estimated time. So if you go outside of that there, they can always raise the alert for someone to go and see what's happened, you know. So just take that in mind. That's what we tend to do all the time. So although I'm out here doing this by myself, I'm never by myself, first of all, because God's with me. Secondly is I always carry you all in my heart and in my mind, because all of our videos are done the same way as other live vlogs. We talk the same way as though you're here. We explain everything to you as though you're here. So therefore, I do carry you with me. I actually talk to you for the entire duration. The one that we did just now, we're bringing them part A and part B. Both will probably be launched on the same time, but because of the duration of it, we're going to break it into 2 sections. I must give kudos to the S23 that I have been, or that has been put into our pool at the Journey 246 by Jeannette. She replaced her phone. She put that in the pool. We use that for our 4K resolution video. Right now we're using my S21, but her phone works so well in the high heat. If I'd had this phone in the high heat, it would have lasted an hour. It had to cool it down, lasted an hour, had to cool it down. We went for the entire duration on her camera. I didn't overheat or give any trouble whatsoever. So Jeanette, thanks so much, darling, for continuing all that you do and all that you dedicate to the journey. You always have to be doing stuff to help it progress, and I thank you for being here and walking it with me, and for making all the evolutionary changes that we have had, and implementing all the logos and the statements that we use. Thank you very much for making the Journey 246, or helping us to customize the Journey 246 into what we do. All right, so very comprehensive details. We did Long Beach a few days ago. That was very, very long as well. We put that up on YouTube, but it's in private at the moment, because we're going to share that with you going on. We have a big storage up there. We've been doing this project since October last year. Whenever we've been available, I've been coming out and doing it, mainly when Jeanette's not here, because when she's here, we usually hang on the beach trying to get some sun. When she comes back now, she'll be here for a long period, so we'll be doing quite a bit of this ourselves. But we've been doing it since October, so we have a vast collection of 4Ks all over the island, of our same kind of coastal walks that we do as we do in our lives. We have them in 4K resolution, so you can really truly plan your itinerary, and all of your to-do lists you can make up based on those videos. That's if you don't like to come to Barbados and experiment and get lost for yourself and taking things for yourself and do your own adventuring. But if you want to see places and decide whether you want to go to them or not, we give you that option. We don't give you highlights on a beautiful day, on smooth conditions, seas, etc., etc. We give you as it is, so you're seeing the natural environment. So what you see is basically what you get, and it's not just picked to that certain time. Yes, we do pick our 4Ks with a little bit of a haze and a couple of cooling clouds, because it breaks the overhead glare that we would get. Usually we run the 4K resolution in bright daylight. You can really see all the beauty of it. All right, so this beach, just like St. Lawrence Beach, just like Bottom Bay, and just like some of the other beaches on this coastline, you're going to have these beautiful coves where are pretty much unknown and unused. Before this construction went up here, I used to come out here that had no homes out here whatsoever in this section. So I've been across these cliffs for 30, 40 years, consistently driving, especially right across these cliffs and stuff. But these beaches here are still secluded. So some of these beaches, like this here, we call it +4. Fine for coming down, take your pictures, take your videos, leave. Coming down, spreading out the towel and lying down, make sure you have a few people with you. +4, just because the environment creates a situation of where there could be someone that's creeping up on you through the back of the bushes that you would not see. I'm not saying it will happen, but we like to plan for worst case scenarios and then walk away laughing. So this area is very secluded, as you can see. You sometimes will not find anyone on this beach at any time of the day whatsoever. Days can go and no one will come to this beach. So when you're coming down to this beach and some of the other ones that we take you to, we ask you to exercise absolute caution. Remember, when you leave home, you don't leave your brains at home. Bring them with you. The caution that you exercise at home, you pick it even a little bit further when you're on vacation. I'm not telling you to be paranoid or anything, but keep your alerts up, because remember, when you're at home, you're accustomed to everything around you and you move to suit. Here, you're not going to be accustomed to everything around you, so make sure to keep those alerts up. And as we were mentioning, all of these bays are going to have not only seclusion and isolated areas, they're all going to carry this reef that you're seeing just in front of us here on the extended part of this beach. Depending on what time of the year you come here, you can find sand that you can go into the sea, or you can find this situation here where the sand is above it and then it drops off straight onto coral reef here. Now that is the danger of here, because if you can't swim and you are coming out here, you drop off that coral reef, the undertow is going to pull you out, as you can see it sacking out, and it's going to pull you into these big waves. Don't skylark out here. Even if you are a well-known surfer and body surfer stuff, take in all of these things into consideration, because that drain coming off of that reef, you're not able to stand up and fight that. You're going to get sucked into the waves, which are coming in and are going to be coming down on you. And then if you do get the undertow that's pulling you beyond the waves, your next coming point is going to be all down there. at Bottom Bay. You don't want me messing with this. This is a lot of rock areas around here, very deep and blue water. I'm not saying any big fish in here, but I've spearfish and scuba dived off here quite a few times, and you do see some big fish, but that would not be the concern. The concern would be you withstanding the currents and the pushing of the tide coming into the cliff. You're fighting against being pushed into the cliff and also moving your way along the cliffs to get into the beach below. So don't skylark. And that's if you make it that far, because some people will not make it past this intense bombing that can go on right here. Remember, you're not getting pushed onto a beach like the south coast, the west coast. You're dumped, in this case, you're getting dumped right onto a shelf reef. So you're getting slammed into coral. You're not getting slammed onto soft sand. So this is not a beach I would advocate swimming on. I have swam on here quite a few times until I've spearfished and scuba off of here. However, I would not just come here and go to sea here that way. With that being said, certain times of year, especially in summer, when we don't have any tropical systems that are coming in, the winds are very, very, very low, mainly off the south and stuff. Up in here is like a pond. You could come out here and swim out here as well. It's almost like the west coast. And many times that actual coral mass can be under sand at that time of the year, because there are no waves that are coming out and pulling sand off. It's just bringing sand on it and putting it on top of it. So you can be fooled sometimes. I'll find a beach here right there, and other times you'll find the coral as you see it. And thanks for joining us. A little something just to bring you a little bit of beauty and serenity of Barbados. Bring you the beauty, of course, because this is absolutely beautiful. I am hoping that it's clean and crisp and clear as it can be for a live broadcast, because we are not moving, as you can see. We're just talking and sort of taking you around and informing you of what's going on here. However, we hope it's fairly clear, because we don't want it to become speckly in any format, even if it's just a brief one. Notice what happened the other day at our 𝐊𝐈𝐍𝐃𝐶𝐶. We did our live before we started, letting you know that the signal inside was badly varying, and where we were looked great, and the bandwidth was fantastic, and everything should be good. And when we got home, although people were watching it clear as it was actually transmitting, when it was being recorded up to YouTube and stuff, the upload was so low that we had ghosting, and we had shadowing, and we had speckly conditions. So we're not risking lives much now, but we will try every so often to bring one before we start a 4K or after 4K. Why we will come after a 4K rather than before it is because of security issues. Some of these areas, I said, are very isolated and are very secluded. We don't want to give people a heads up that we're going to be in that area for 2 hours from now. So come and check us out if you want to. So that's why we generally do after. I only have to walk from here back to the war wagon, and I'm sort of this area. I don't mind this cliff here, but where we were earlier on today is certainly not a place that I would advocate to tell people that we're here, come and see where we are. So that's why we would leave it till after. Thank you for joining me again this afternoon. Jeannette is on here as well, so thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the Journey 246. Look at these swells. They may look like nothing, but they are a good size there. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for being witness to how, if you look you up like anything else, in Serenity prayer, straight up here, check the signal, and then went right into Serenity prayer without first of all putting myself in that serene condition, which I was able to gather after the flunders and sort of like misquotes and stuff. Anyhow, that is life, and that is what we bring you. We bring you true life. We are not bringing anything fictional. You walk with us. You see our blunders. You see us put our foot in our mouth. You see us laughing at our own selves. You see people laughing at us. That is not a problem. That is what we're doing. We're bringing you the Journey 246, not a beautified or fabricated Journey 246. The real, true Journey 246, which is based on Jeanette's and my life, along with all of those that walk with us and make this what it is. So thanks again for being a member of the Journey 246. If you stumbled on this here today, remember, it's not a case of stumble. I heard Jeannette tell someone this week, it's not a coincidence. You were supposed to be on at that time. So that's what we believe in life, that everything happens for a reason, and it is as it's supposed to be. Sometimes it's not in our favor, and sometimes it is, but that's how it is. And that's the true thing of what we do. We bring you our true lives, the Journey 246, the journey in Barbados. Have a blessed day. I'm going to leave you looking back in the direction away from the sun across this little bit of a cliff and beach, so that you can on Serenity, and then you can breathe this in and put yourself where you need to be right now to escape the reality of life. So we love you, and have a blessed day. And we don't say we love you because there are words that we can say that sound good and that make someone think that we are not who we are. We genuinely do love you. Everything we do is genuine. It's from our heart and it's from our soul. The day that we don't do it genuinely is the day we walk off of the journey, because we have to be sincere in what we do, because the only way we can heal through love and heal through honesty and integrity and kindness and care is if we do that and actually live it ourselves, and not just say it, but actually live it. Because this journey is to heal us. It is not done just to bring the beauty of Barbados. It is done to heal us and hopefully to help others heal through rough times, to walk with us by our side step by step as we go into the future and towards the light. See you all later on.